Are you bored of practicing scales? If so, stick around because by the end of this video, you're going to go from practicing your scales with single notes to being able to harmonise them with beautiful chords. So your scale practice is going to go from sounding like an exercise to sounding like actual music. Let's dive in. Hello, welcome back to the Keys Coach YouTube channel. My name's Adam and thank you so much for clicking on this video. This is the first in a new series of videos I'm uploading to the channel called Piano PowerUps. And the idea is by the end of each of these short videos, you'll have something that you can immediately go and practice at the piano. It might be a scale, it might be a chord, it might be a little voicing, a little trick. Whatever it is, if you work your way through all of these little piano power-ups over time, you'll notice a real change in your playing. So today we're looking at scales. We're going to get the timer. Look at that. How's that for technology? And let's dive into it. Now, the first step with this is to play the C major scale just using our little finger in our right hand. Now, that might seem really strange because we spend so much of our time trying to get the right fingering for the right scale. And actually, all we're going to do for this is use our little finger. Bear with me, you're thinking this sounds a bit odd. Just bear with me. Okay, here we go. Let's try it. And then we're going to come down. And the reason we're doing this is because eventually we're going to be playing chords in our right hand and our little finger is going to be playing that melody at the top of our voicing. So that's why we're doing this. Okay, now let's add in our left hand. And on the way down, you do it in reverse. Now, I really want you to be able to get everything from today's video into your playing. So I've put together a free PDF lesson book, which you can download by clicking the link in the video description. It contains the notation along with the backing track I'm using. And for those of you who want to go a little bit deeper, I've also written out these scales in several other keys, and I've also put together backing tracks in those other keys. So that's for people who want to go even further with this. The link to download that is also in the video description. And all the proceeds from that go back into producing amazing content for the community here on the channel. Now, you might want to have a go at playing your left hand part on its own, just to make sure it's really secure. But right now, I'm going to play along with a backing track. So I'm going to play that left hand part, and I'm going to be playing that C major scale in my right hand little finger. Now, the next step is to add in some other notes into our right hand. We're going to add 2 extra notes, so we're going to be playing a triad in our right hand. And you might have guessed already, we're going to be using chords 1, 4, and 5 in the key, which in the key of C is the chords C, F, and G. So we're going to start there on a C major chord. In our right hand, we've got that C major triad in first inversion. So that's our starting position. And from there, we're going to go C, G, back to C. There's our first 3 moves. Okay, I'll do that again. We're then going to go to chord 4 in the key, which is F. I'll do that again. Then we go back to C, F, G, and back to C. So our left hand part is just playing that bass line, and our right hand is kind of harmonizing that melody scale note, the note in our little finger, with the triad. I'll play the whole thing ascending. Now, how do we come back down the scale? Well, it's pretty simple. We do the same thing, but we do it in reverse. So that's where we ended up, and we're going to go backwards. So we're going to go C, G, F, C. Then we go F, C, G, C. Now you might want to take that a little bit slower and just make sure that you've got all of those shapes really secure under your fingers. But right now I'm going to have a go at playing the ascending and descending versions of the scale with the backing track. Now the last step is to add a little bit of rhythm into our right hand part. And this is when this is going to really start sounding like music as opposed to an exercise. So what we're going to do is we're going to rock between the upper part of our hand and the lower part of our hand. Sometimes I've referred to this as a toggle, but we're going to kind of do a bit of a rhythmic trick in our right hand. So let me show you. So you start off by playing the full triad, and then you rock between your thumb and your upper fingers. You're going to do this rhythm. I'll do that again. So you're kind of using this thumb to add a bit more rhythm. There it is. And you're going to do that same pattern on each chord. And when you get to the top, you're just going to hold that chord, and then you're going to do the same thing on the way down. That right hand rhythm we're doing there, that pattern, it's so useful. I use this all the time, and so many different piano players use this kind of accompaniment style. Elton John, Billy Joel, Randy Newman, Lionel Richie. So many use this pattern. It's so versatile, and you can use it in so many different songs. Okay, I'm going to have a go at playing the whole scale, ascending and descending, with the backing track. Down. This is such a fantastic way to practice your scales. Not only are you practicing the scale itself, but you're really getting the feel of those chords in a key under your fingers. You're getting chords 1, 4 and 5 into your playing. You've probably seen so many videos on this, but chords 1, 4 and 5 make up the vast majority of the songs we know and love. So you're getting so many good things into your playing by practicing this. And your task right now is to go over to your piano or keyboard and actually give this a go and put it into practice. Go on, do it. And also drop a comment down below and let me know how you get on. You can also go ahead and grab those resources. The links are in the video description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.